Okay then, so we're ready to create our next container then. So this is the one that we're going to kind of focus on right now. Now there's some interesting sort of characteristics about this particular container that is very different to some of the previous ones, and it's really more about the fact that we've kind of got this graphic that kind of sits here. Now we want this graphic to kind of be centered, but we want this particular background here to kind of remain kind of right from the top to the bottom with this fixed kind of width. Now the best way for me to kind of explain this is that because if we were to wrap a container around this particular image here to kind of represent this particular color, because this is a kind of a dynamic or a very fluid container, what will happen is that because we're not dealing with a fixed height, it means that the container that we'd wrap around this would really be will snug tight against this particular image and will never go to the top and to the bottom. So the best way around that is to consider this particular characteristic of this panel, and that is that the content that's in here is going to typically always exceed the height to kind of what's going to sit here. So the way I've kind of got over this particular problem is this whole container, this whole container, the fill color is actually this green color, and then this particular container that sits here is actually white. So I've kind of like, reversed the kind of the role of the actual container there. This means that this can go as big as it wants. This will always stay centered. This will always be the full height color. So with that, try to explain that. Let's now sort of build this out here on the left hand side. Let me just turn my annotations off. Right, let's go for it. Now let's create a brand new container here. There it is. Let's now go to the theme style here. Let's just set that. Let's turn the height off because we want the children inside to kind of handle, or at least make it the container the height of all of the child widgets. Now with the fill color, let's move down here to then the alternate background that we set. This is that green color that I had. And then with inside this particular container, let's have a look here. We know we're going to need a row because we've got this that we need to have here in the row. And then we've got this here, which will be a column, and have a row there, and a row here. So all we need to do here is let's just put then the row in first, like that, and then with inside that row itself, we are going to include an image like that. I'll come back to that in just a moment, and then put a plus there, and we're going to then put the column in, ready then for 1, 2, 3 rows. So let's just put those rows in now, like that, and like that. There we go. Let's now sort out this particular image. Now this image is an asset that I've already got inside the project, so just choose asset and then select the actual image, and it's this little one here of the present, like that. Now this particular image needs to be much smaller than that. It's a little bit too large, so let's now take off the height. Let's now adjust the height to be about 80, like that. That's pretty good. Now this, as I said before, this particular column, what we now need to do, we now to wrap this now in the container that we are now going to set as the fill color, and we're just going to set the secondary background color of that particular container, like that. Now what I can now do is I can now expand this out like that, but what you're going to notice is that because this is a square container, you can see now that I've lost my curved edges here. So with the container, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down to my border radius, and I'm just going to choose this to be sort of 12 here and 12 there to mimic the same kind of shadow that I kind of, or at least the same that I've got on these particular containers here, but we know that this one is kind of square. Now what we can do is we can also kind of increase maybe the size of this particular, this is a little bit wider here in this example. So I'm going to wrap this now in another container in its own right, like that. I've got no fill color, that's fine, but what I can just do is I can just adjust the width of that. It's probably a bit too big there, so maybe do 120. I think that's looking pretty good. And then this particular container, I want to make sure that we handle the situation where we kind of got this sort of situation going. In fact, this is actually a good explanation. Actually, you can see here that the container here is kind of like shrinking to the height of the widgets that we've got in there. And these are just base widgets. There's kind of nothing there really, but they're just base widgets. But if I was to kind of set the height of this container now to be 200, then you can see this is the kind of the effect that we would actually need. And that's why I was kind of explaining earlier that this is always going to be smaller than all of the items that we contain within inside this particular container. But obviously we don't want to set the height kind of explicitly there. We want to kind of remove that because we're now going to work on these particular widgets. It's going to need to sit in this particular row. So just for good measure, let's have a look here. Let's just take this particular text widget here because we're going to reuse that. Let's pop that in there. Let's just paste that into that particular row. We'll sort out that in a second. And then we've kind of got this row here that's going to have this button in here. So let's just create a button like that. That's not the style of the button that we're going to want. We're going to come back and we're going to style that very shortly. Let's just move back up to this particular row here, and we can see here we've got this like little new container that sits here, and then we've kind of got ID perks after that. Again, this potentially could be a reusable widget. So that's something we can consider converting to a reusable widget later. But for now, let's just add that little container in there. Let's just add the text in there like that. And then we'll sort out this little container and let's get the height going. So let's, I think the height's going to be pretty small on this, probably around about maybe 30, possibly, maybe a little bit less than that. Let's do 24. And then the width of this is going to be, let's just say 50 for now. Now the secondary color, let's just change that. This is going to be the secondary color here. And of course, we're going to want to choose the radius here as then 8 like that. That should be nicely round. It's probably maybe a little bit too oversized perhaps. Again, I think maybe it's a little bit too big. We could bring that down maybe a notch, maybe just down to 20 on the height. On the row, let's just put some item spacing in there. Let's just start with the 8 and see what it looks like. That's good. With our column here, this is where we can just push this kind of off of the side of the actual container itself. So with the with the padding up here, we are going to need to do that. We could do it on the row actually, if we were to be true to our spacing. So maybe let's give that a go here. Let's just put 8 there like that, and then our container. And we are going to need to make sure we push everything off of the sides here. So let's just put 8 here. Let's just bring 8 in from the right hand side like that. And in a second, of course, we're going to space everything out. Let's just do that now. Let's do, say, 12 here. And you can now start to see that we're now getting that look that we are expecting like that. There we go. Not looking too bad at all. So let's just sort this container out here. Let's just put the text in there like that. Let's go down here to then the body medium. This is going to be probably body small like that. Let's just go up to the label. Let's just put new in here like that. Let's just sort out the actual colors here. So let's go down to then the alternate text like that. And then inside our container, we can position things nice in the middle like that, and there is our new there like that. So perhaps it's maybe a little bit too rounded, this particular container. I think that's probably a little bit OTT there on the roundness there to make it a little bit more in keeping. Maybe the width of it again is maybe just a little bit too small like that. Maybe just something like 40 would be acceptable. And then here we can adjust this now to be then I think it's title medium like that, which gives it that. And then let's just change this up here to ID perks like that. That's looking pretty good. Probably could do a little bit more spacing actually with inside our column here. We could probably just push this out maybe just a little bit more. And I like to also make sure we bring it in on the right hand side like that. It's a little bit more spaced out. So that's looking pretty good. We can just change this particular text. Let me quickly do that now. Okay, so there we go. That's that content updated. Let's just work on the button itself. So again, this is really just a case of us kind of more customizing the styling of our button. But the good thing is, of course, you can then convert this then into a theme style widget as well, which is pretty good. So let's now just sort out the look and feel. So fill color, let's just turn this into our where is it, our accent color like that. And then with our border width, let's just put 2 in there like that. Border color, let's just set this then to be the accent color like that. That's pretty good. You can see that's looking pretty smart like that. Let's expand our button out so it's the full width. And of course, we just need to sort out the text color as well, which we know is going to be our accent color like that. Our font styling is probably just a little bit too big. Again, we need to reduce the title down. Let's just do a body medium, something like that. Again, sorry, I just need to go back in and choose that color like that, and then maybe just a little bit more font weighting. Again, like I said previously, we'd probably want to make sure that we sort out the actual styling of the application, but you get the idea. It's looking pretty nice right off the bat now. And that's a good thing about this now, of course, we can come here, we can right click on this, we can say now save as a theme style widget, and we can just put in it alternate button or something like that. I should put the underscore in, so I like to do that. Create style, and then we've got that we can then reuse later on. So that is looking pretty smart, I think. I'm quite happy with that. I think that's really good. Obviously, we've not run this application up just yet. We can do that very shortly. But we're really left with probably just one more thing at the bottom here, and that is this kind of navigation bar. So I do have videos with Inside the Academy, which kind of, as I said, creates sort of custom kind of navigation bar that we can then reuse again in our applications. But just for this particular video, let's just quickly just work on this area here. So let's focus on the navigation now, and then we'll give this a bit of a test.